From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
Family, have you all seen the footages of black workers at white farms being abused that are starting to resurface on social media since the whole white genocide debacle? Well, if you haven't seen these videos, brace yourselves. The level of abuse our fellow brothers and sisters, our fellow African brothers and sisters endure on these white farms, all in the name of getting a minimum wage and putting food on the table and alleviating themselves from poverty, is appalling to say the least. The government has failed black people of South Africa. Hello, African Diaspora News family. My name is Reneilwe Morema, and I am your host right here on the African Diaspora News channel. I am reporting live from Johannesburg, South Africa. In a country still wrestling with the ghost of apartheid, a disturbing pattern is emerging. While claims of a so-called white genocide have gained traction in certain corners of the internet, what's being ignored are the brutal realities facing black farm workers, many of whom suffer in silence, underpaid, overworked, and in some cases abused on farms still controlled by a powerful white minority. Recently, resurfaced footages has revealed cases of black South African workers being mistreated on white-owned farms. Stories that rarely make headlines yet speak volumes about the deep racial inequalities that persist in the agricultural sector. While a few Boers cry foul at government policies aimed at redress and land reform, framing them as persecution, black communities continue to bear the weight of historical injustice without the privilege of global sympathy or spotlight. Check out these clips.
Is jy nie serieus nie? Nou ek maak nie seker of ek grappies is ek nie serieus is nie. Ha? Het ek al vir julle gesê ek gaan julle skiet of ek gaan julle met die mes steek? Een man van julle. Ha? Weet julle? Glad nie ja. Nog nooit nie. Nou wie is jy wat wil die mense kom staan en dreig hierso? Ha? Vertel my.
Saam met my. Dan dat weer. Gaan jy praat? Wie aan toe gemaak? Maar die was altijd in mijn bang toe. Je zei aan de hand loop en goed. Ik wil niet zeggen dat het was met je huis, man. Nou, wie kan toe gemaakt doen? Ik weet niet, man. Ik weet niet. Is jij op mij aan de hand toe gemaakt? Maar ja, dat is. Hoe kan ze pizza je hand toe maken? Die hand samen komt zoals die Tommy bij die bank zit. En die hand is dat die man zegt, hij blijft aan het doen, maar dat die man zegt toen zo. Wees dat, wie die hand toe gemaakt? Ik weet niet, man. Is hij door? Is hij door? Wat rustig? Kalm. Is hij door?
Hey, wil je praat? Nou.
Ja, kom nou, wil die petrol gooi man, klim in.
Bring sommer hy slang hoor. Kom, pak uit. Weg.
Nee, nou genoeg wala man.
None of those people would have gotten justice if these videos were not available or uploaded on the internet. With the coffin case, 27-year-old Victor Mlocha was forced into a coffin by Theo Jackson and Willem Oosthuizen. Now, he was just walking home and he decided to cut through the Jew's farmland. You know, he didn't want to go all the way. He just wanted a shortcut. Now, the Jew abducted him and did horrible things to him. The Jew said they wanted to teach him a lesson. They meant no harm. But in the video, they can be heard speaking in Afrikaans, and I translate in English, and I quote, "We will douse you with petrol and set this coffin on fire with you in it." I don't know what kind of lesson he would take from this except for psychological trauma. Now, with the old woman that's being beaten by the white man, she's accused of stealing something. I mean, if you were suspicious of the fact that fact, then why didn't you call the police? Let the law handle her. The very same law that protects white people and treat black people like savages, I'm sure you would have gotten your justice somehow. Imagine seeing your parent, your grandmother, being treated this way on the internet. Imagine being called for a meeting, y'all gather around and your boss beats you senseless in front of your colleagues. Is this how the workplace is ran? Is this how we conduct business these days? Workplace etiquette should be the same whether in corporate or on farms. Why are we beating up workers? Why are we taking the law into our own hands? The problem is that the Boers have always thought they are above the law. And when the law does not work in their favor, they cry white genocide. This is not white genocide. It's the discomfort of privilege being challenged. Yeah, I said it. They are fleeing equality. They've always thought that their skin color will advance them in life. They've always thought that, you know what, their skin color put them above everybody else, above the law. They thought their skin color will open doors that no other race would open. They thought apartheid was going to live forever, so they settled for mediocrity. And now when we see these footages play out live in front of our faces, it's a Boer in distress. These footages shows us that the Boers are in distress and they're taking out their stress on black people for the justice that the black government is trying to give black people at their expense. They're angry that apartheid has ended, so they're taking their stress out on our fellow African brothers and sisters that work on farms, that work for them on these farms. This is just them lashing out. They have nothing to hold on to. They don't have those privileges that they used to have during apartheid. So what's the best way to take out your stress? Beat black people. Beat them up, one, for trying to assert your dominance on them. Two, beat them up that 1994 happened. You know, now we're supposed to be equal with blacks. The workplace is no longer opening for white skin anymore. Now we have to fight for jobs with black people. They're mad at that fact. They're mad at that fact. So what better way to take out your stress than beat the hell out of them? That is just my opinion. They are psychologically in distress. They are psychologically in distress. They can't function without their privilege playing in our faces. They can't function without the protection of their privilege. So they take out the stress on our fellow African brothers and sisters. These cases would have never seen the light of day if they weren't camera filmed. Our people were going to suffer in silence. Our people are never going to get justice because, hey, the law is always protecting white people. The law is always rushing to be on white people's side. So they were never going to. And in South Africa, there's this pattern, this trend that I'm seeing that in order for a black person to really, really get justice, her case has to be publicized. It should be a highly publicized case, spoken about, trending on social media. Then the law will give black people attention. But if your case is not highly publicized, or you don't have connection to publicize your case or trend on social media, the law does not give a crap about black people. White people don't have to lift a finger for the law to work for them. They don't. They don't have to trend for the law to work for them. It works for them automatically. But as a black person in this country, you have to trend. You have to have a large social media presence so that you can get justice. So sad. So sad. I know of these videos because of the social media presence that these individuals have. Because the social media platform made them trend. And now the police want to stand up and act like they've been working all their lives. They've been for the black people, that the justice will be served for the black community, that the law will always protect black people. But no, No, the current government, the current black government is no different from the apartheid government. I'm sorry for saying this. There is no change. 30 years later, and we're still in the pits. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations.